Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hey, this is Aaron Morgan, missionary to Hungary. As you can see behind me, we have a lot of stuff packed up in our garage. That's because today was supposed to be container day. It was the day that our container was going to arrive. We're going to pack it up in like 3 hours and send it on its merry way so that our stuff could get to Hungary. This is not normal. Usually your first term missionary is the one who's sending a container, but Hungary's rules are different. And so we needed to wait until our second term. And so that's what we did. So we got like Shannon's hope chest right here. And that's kind of what we're doing right now, is packing all our hopes and dreams up and getting ready to go back over. We do have some dreams for what God is going to do in this second term in Hungary. We are looking at doing round the table demos and getting it started, groups started up. It's an outreach that takes people's hobbies and talents and interests. So lay people in the church that say, you know what, I don't necessarily feel a call to ministry, but I do have this hobby that other people would be interested in. And it could be a draw event for people to come out and say, hey, two hours of whatever I enjoy, maybe what if other people in our community enjoy? Would they come out for some kind of night of, board games or making crafts or art projects or working on motorcycle engines or making quilts or whatever it is? And so the idea is that we're going to start these groups up all across Hungary. People are going to be using what kind of makes them unique to do an outreach. And so that's the essence of what we're doing. So I'm talking to you this morning to just say thank you for your support. You guys, it's faithful support that has allowed us to be, there in Hungary already for our first term, and then has sustained us through this time. We were actually able to raise, because of our monthly supporters, able to raise enough cash that kind of built up while we were in the States and living with mom that we could raise enough up to be able to take Asher's schooling out of our monthly budget. And so that's just a real kind of blessing. It allowed us to lower it. And despite COVID and despite losing like 3 times the normal amount of givers, you always lose some every year. We lost like 3 or maybe even by now about 4 times in this year that we've been home. And so we've lost that, but we've gained that much more and been able to raise the rest of our budget and be cleared. So we are cleared to leave next month in August 17th, I think is our date. And so we're going to be flying back to Hungary. It's not with Connor. He's going to stay behind at college at Southwestern and Sons of God University. He's going to be studying for the ministry and continuing to wrap up his last 2 years of study. But what we're looking at is getting Asher back into school for his 4 years of high school, for us to do around the table at least these first 2 years for sure, and then to see, is that taken off and we're able to continue with that, or have some new thing that God has put on our heart, some kind of project to help mobilize Hungarian lay people to do outreach and ministry, to get them going, to recruit them, to equip them, to train them, to get out and do outreach, to do missions, to share the gospel, to not just look at their pastor or some street evangelist or something like that to be the person that shares the gospel. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch this today. And I'd love to be in person with everybody and just to be able to thank supporting churches and individuals, and to be, that would be great before we left if we could do that. But this video is going to have to suffice. So thank you so much. We love every one of you. Goodbye.